Now I'm going to explain to you. You may not believe this. I started a little sugar cake business when I was 10 years old, and my sister taught me to make sugar cake, and I decided to sell sugar cake in school. So I will give a portion to my nephew. He was selling his school, I was selling my school, and my sister had a shop, and she would sell in her shop. And I had to write down all the expenses for my business: my sugar, my essence, my ginger, my coals, because I couldn't use the stove, I had to use a coal pot. And so at an early age, I learned how to budget. Now, when I became an adult at 18, I continued budgeting. And so it was automatic for me when I started working to continue to implement the system of tracking my income and my expenses. Now, a business, a company, there's no way you can know your profitability in a business unless you're able to keep a record of how much money that business is spending on a monthly basis and the total revenue. You will never know if you're going to make a profit. So I operate my life myself like a business. And I just want to encourage you that this is something that is workable, it's something that you can do. Now, let's say you're making $3,000 a month, and you might go down the road, you might go down to town, and you might say, oh, I can afford this bag because I'm making $3,000 a month. Maybe you might have the cash flow, but then think about it. If you don't have a budget in place where you put in every cent to work, you may be overspending, not realizing that you cannot afford that $200 bag. All right? So, we're going to talk about the why of budgeting, why budget, what it is, and how to budget.